Yo! Wait, no. This isn't correct. Oh, because I've got cave stories still. Disco, baby! Will it pick it up, though? What could be happening? Capture specific window, please. Oh, it's got it. Alright, so... previously on, I know it's been like... it's more than a week, right? It's been like 2 weeks since we've actually played Disco Elysium. But we like, okay. We got the boombox. I don't remember why that was important, but we really wanted to... oh, we needed to listen to the tape. That's right. And we talked to the dudes. The dudes were like, oh, we killed that guy because he violated our Aranye girl. And we talked to her, and she was like, that guy was fun. I liked him. It's been really annoying having to, like, see his corpse from the window. And then... gosh, how do you get outside? Oh, here we go. We talked to her, and she was like, yeah, you gotta talk to those striking guys. But we, gosh, how did we feel about her? I remember thinking, like, wow, she's very suspicious. Oh my god, there's more hosses. It's a Haas invasion. I remember thinking like, oh, she's very suspicious.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Is that loud enough? We tried to look her in the eye because she had slight confusion about the bullet. That's right. I guess we could... It's only, put skill points into volition. We could put skill points into volition. No, we literally can't. We don't have the experience points. Never mind. It was interesting because she had some curious things that she had to say, and I thought, like, this woman is suspicious. Anyway, we were then gonna go talk to the dudes downstairs, the strike workers. Oh, what a weird game. Obviously, I think this is like the second time you've seen it. It's been a weird playthrough. Apparently, we've done all of the extra stuff. Like, we convinced the woman at the bookstore that we knew voodoo, and then we like put the guy in the fridge that we found back there. Standing mittens, cycle, abusive, tearful, plastic, books, oafish, cup, flowers, a back, drink. It's just like a dictionary, right? That's very funny. How does Twitch not check for this? I don't understand how they're able to just like keep making them. Twitch is like kinda garbage, huh? It's okay, they're not a big corporation. They're not like owned by Amazon or anything. There's really nothing they could do. It's just a small family business, I think. Oh, wait, strike dudes. We were gonna talk to them.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
No clown, I'm a disco cop. So I talked to Claus G. I guess that was her name? I can't even figure out how to ban someone. It's okay, Acus is on it.
And
He tenses immediately, chest tightens, jaw sets, ready for another blow.
Nothing, she stands by what she said.
Fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Gold, it was just locker room talk. They really put that in there. It was dark stuff, but it didn't prove anything, and it didn't change your mind.
Dark. Dark is when you start a goddamn death rock band. He said he'd rape her.
Yeah, but she told us that was like bedroom talk for them.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Oh, apparently I'm banning them too now.
It's me.
It's you? You're just logged in as me?
Yeah, it's easier for me to get to the ban from yours.
That's funny. She did not say whoop-de-doo. I don't think we're supposed to tell him what she said. It did not come as a surprise to her, and she definitely wasn't scared. I think that's the nicest way I can put it without revealing too much information.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny. No good goddamn psycho whore.
Seems like they wanted to give Claudia a second chance to play
Claudia.
along. She still didn't.
Alright. Fucking righty then. I guess it's good then. That fucking...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visitors, Titus.
Elizabeth is their lawyer. She's not just a farmer, she just had farmer's gloves.
Okie dokie. This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect. Any thoughts on this, lawmen?
You don't have to say everything out loud. Just mix and match.
I don't know what we reveal. Let's go with the first one. I think you had a lie planned, but she didn't play along.
I ask for your opinion, not a bedtime story. Tell it to your grandma.
Sure, I'll do that.
Yeah. Why don't you?
Maybe she isn't who you thought she was.
Nah. I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head.
She's not some helpless girl. She handled the mercenary well enough. Who was the mercenary? I forgot. Oh wait, that was the guy who died.
Handled him? She got into some stupid shit with that guy. Shit we had to take care of.
That sounds like an admission of guilt to me.
Yes, yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
Be straight with me, Titus. What really happened?
I already told you.
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are growing increasingly silent. The man is slowing down. Looks like a bad blood sugar crash. He can't keep track of all the variables anymore. Who could? It's getting harder and harder to perform one's part in
Hate
this
mod
sort of
view.
play. All it takes is a nudge.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired. So am I. Why don't you just...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired of you and the whore upstairs. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, "Fuck on!"
It means I can't see stream or chat. At first I could see chat, but in trying to get out I somehow minimized chat and couldn't get it back. Oh no.
That lying, scamming. We're done. This is over. Understand? Your little investigation is over.
Well, we know that these guys did it. So I think the issue was, and it was a weird law perspective thing. It was, she's the lawyer. And if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 men were involved in the lynching, which, by the way, we know that it was more than 7 because there were 8 sets of footprints, so one of them's missing. If there were 7 men involved in the lynching, then the idea is if we arrested all of them, it would be A, very difficult to do that with just 2 cops, and B, that they wouldn't, like, serve time very long since nobody was, like, at fault. They didn't have, like, a ringleader. Titus has clearly set himself up as the ringleader. but like she's gonna try and protect him first and foremost for reasons. And then the dude who's in charge of the business that's striking also put money behind all of these people, all 8 of them. We already determined that she's not the 8th person who lynched, by the way. We don't know who it is yet. Or maybe we've met them, but we haven't figured out like which person we've met it is. Okay, so what we're trying to figure out now is who shot him, because we can arrest that guy. I really like this viewer animation. Wait, viewer animation? Oh, the little dudes at the bottom? Yeah, thanks, they're super cool. I think a couple of them are ones that Lilith made. Okay, so we need to figure out, I guess, how Claude Shea is involved.
Yeah.
Elaine starts to say something, but then thinks best not to.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can into a small puddle. No one does anything about it.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender, 20 beers for the Dock Workers Union.
Oh man, that's what we need. 7 drunk lynch mobs.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Oh my gosh, this is godly, and we have a 58% chance of getting it correct. Convince Titus he's being manipulated.
Convince
Oh, we got it.
Titus he's being manipulated. You should know by now. Titus Hardy will never falter.
This was success?
But you know someone who might.
One of his boys will.
Fat Angus, the powerful guy, Mr. All Muscle. The time has come. Put him in the pressure cooker.
Let's do it.
Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinez, their district, their responsibility.
Cheers. Honestly, this game just is like full of perfect voice actors in my opinion.
Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Write it down, Kim. In Martinez, they just kill you because they don't like you.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Because of some chick, because you're a foreigner, because you work for the wrong people, because they like killing. I don't think it matters. I'm gonna go with because of some chick, though.
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get to write that report.
That time I couldn't even hear Ian. RIP. Wait, how? Let's just borrow this cast for the Mario movie. Yo, for real.
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
They just hang you like in the Dark Ages, make a display of your corpse. No, wait, we want to include the shoot you, don't we? They just hang you, shoot you, whatever. They can't even remember.
It wasn't that. It wasn't. We didn't shoot him.
That's it. That's the
the
weak
one.
one. You flushed him out. Now go in for the...
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
The old man reaches for his belt, but his voice is strangely calm.
Firearm. A Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have missed. He's onto you. He knows what you're trying to do.
Turn to Angus. Or what, you're gonna kill me like you killed him for no fucking reason? What happens if I keep talking? You're gonna kill me too in this bar for nothing? Look at Kim first. I'm a loose cannon cop.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
He takes a breath, wheezing.
Shut up, Angus.
He was dead before you hanged him?
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo.
Oh, there's new ones.
Take your hand off the belt. This isn't 31. I've got this under control.
Alright, I'll check out the Discord. There should be a way to get back to... Try top right corner. I think that's how you get back. That little, like, window-looking thing. I suppose I could just, like, remove mod powers, right? Would that work? What happens if I, like, remove your mod powers? Is it just auto... remove your mod view? I mean, I would just make you a mod again. I'm just wondering if it'll force you out of mod view, that's all. This isn't 31, I've got this under control.
Does he? His closed fist is shaking. It's you who's in control.
Oh, okay.
Let them have their moment. The room falls quiet. So quiet, you can hear Angus wheeze.
Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler? You sound like you're dying.
I left it home. I can't get it. I'm too fucked. I'm sorry.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you, Titus. I told you just give her up.
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
What does that mean? A long walk along the coast?
You're in. He's all yours. Questions?
Whisper to Kim. We did it. So you didn't kill him. He was already dead.
He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death. The bullet in his head.
Another nod.
Because
Why?
the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural. There's another girl. 2 of them. Take note of this. They'll probably say more about her later.
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl says she didn't.
What happened Sunday night?
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know. Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died.
How'd you know?
I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hooker scenario. Only in reverse.
Good analogy, boss.
Oh my god, Shanky.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Shanky.
You're still on the bench. You keep taking it easy too, Angus.
What happened then?
We went upstairs. Sure as day the Merc was dead. There was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking dirty sheets and bottles everywhere.
He means they'd been fucking.
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged.
Who's Tibbs? The 8th party?
Yeah. He's my brother. He's in the window replacement business.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're out of your element, Shanky.
Tibbs. That's short for.
Short for Tiberius?
Yeah. Good man.
Bet their father's name, Atticus Hardy. Lucretia Hardy would be their sister. Anyway.
What? Why? Wait, I don't understand conceptualization. Why do I think Atticus Hardy's their father and Lucretia Hardy is their sister? Whatever. So, if Claudia didn't kill him, who had the cover-up?
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own.
She told me some people after from Aranye wouldn't say more.
Yeah, she wouldn't. She's fucked if she shows up on police radar.
Interesting. Why? These people, who are they?
They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if she showed up in your systems, she'd be ghosted away.
Oh. Okay. Okay, so there's a dirty cop, hypothetically?
That's all he knows. That's all she's told him.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking on a murder?
Why would I? I guess we avoid all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's Martinez's thing.
So who killed the merc then? Any leads?
Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the window somewhere. So that's a clue.
Why did... Okay. Is this like a terrible idea? Like, I'm sorry, but if you've got a group of 7 people and you're trying to dispose of a body that's been shot, like... I don't know, wouldn't it make a lot more sense to just find the killer? Like, I mean, that's what I would expect, that these 7 become, like, basically vigilantes. Not try to, like, cover up the murder and let the murderer get away. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking someone's past caught up with them. Either hers or his.
Okay.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe it was meant for her.
Well, if that's the case, you would definitely want to find out who the murderer was, right? With the names, I think they are realizing it like the founding myth of Rome, the rape of Lucretia, and the birth of the Roman Republic. 2 brothers!
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
Yeah, Eugene. Yeah, go ahead and pipe in. You had ideas about his past, too?
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns, training, years of bad blood, probably. Or it could have been someone else from Crenell.
Rhetoric's very clever, I guess.
Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do if I wasn't too busy doing this clown dance with you.
Oh yeah? Oh yeah? That's what he would do? You know what I think he'd do? I think he'd grab 6 of his friends, maybe 7, and he would hang the body and then forget the entire thing ever happened. That's what I think he would do, because that's exactly what he fucking did! Ah! Whose idea was it to hang him anyway?
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the 2 girls? He may be talking about the other one.
Earlier you said the girls asked for your help. Was it the other girl?
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. It sent
Titus.
a good message.
Titus, it didn't send any kind of message. It's her, isn't it? The missing 8th party. That's the other girl.
The big guy turns to Glenn, who's about to say something. The blonde shuts his mouth before a word escapes.
I'll say it again. All the Hardy Boys are right here, cop. That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway.
You know, it's okay for there to be a Hardy girl, Titus.
We're Hardy Boys. And that's it.
Can you tell me anything about this affiliate, name, current location?
Nope. You're not getting to her. It's Klausya you want to talk to.
Hey, Kim, we did it.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
I'm sorry I made you guys fight.
Me too.
Thanks for this, Titus. I'll go talk
You
to her.
do that. Hey, cop. Before you go,
I'm about to get shot, aren't I?
Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up when there's nowhere left to go. The Union takes you in. Now, she refused that protection. But
you would still prefer it if we didn't take her away?
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple of ruins and some cargo containers.
We'll take that into account.
Interesting. Alright, what do we think? Do we have any thoughts? Are there any thoughts at all? Titus be like, girls are yucky, no girls in the treehouse. Well, they're covered in cooties, aren't they? And Hardy Boys, I mean, they're allergic to cooties, so they gotta get their beer vaccines in. Let's go talk to Claude again, because she was not very forthcoming with the actual information. We had to like roll godly on Titus, which we did, because we have the most rhetoric, I guess. Did I level up? Can I like look her in the eye again? Maybe that's what I needed to do to get more information from her. What a vibe, by the way, the music in the background, just like while we're talking. Police work is tough. Take breaks, talk to strangers, explore. This game is not it's not a very safe game. Don't talk to strangers in real life if you're doing police work. Unless you have to.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, is it?
Something in her demeanor has changed. She's tired, consigned to her fate, to being here with you and what's to come.
This is the kind of music you yell over to order a drink. Or 20. Or 100. Can we get Volition yet? No, we're only at 55 out of 100 rip. That's fine. The Hardy Boys told us what really happened.
I understand.
Just like that. No resistance. Her shoulders are slouched, her feet long and straight.
You don't look surprised. You were expecting this.
I knew there was a chance you'd get them to tell you. It's what you do. You're the police. For what it's worth, I'm sorry for wasting your time.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I made those guys fight, but I'm not really.
This is good. Clear the air first, between you two. Then move on to questions.
Alright, Rhetoric, whatever you say.
Is it?
Wait.
Something is off here.
Yeah, Volition.
Shush. I can't hear what she's saying.
No.
Let the miss speak. She's tall and thin and tired. A twig trying so hard not to break.
If you knew we would find out eventually, why did you waste our
So
time?
confused.
Because of the Hardys. I couldn't just dispense with them. They were only trying to help me. Out of the shit I'd gotten into.
Cool, I'm satisfied with this explanation. No, that's not a good enough reason. I don't know, Volition, Rhetoric, help me out. Something's off here? Okay, I think we go with our Volition.
You're right. There's more.
There's more!
You answer to the coalition government, and by extension, the moral intern.
Yeah?
Briefly glancing over her shoulder to the sea, as she's done time and time again. A grand expanse of water reaches over the bay and to the horizon, golden grey in the moonlight.
What lies beyond it?
The Pearl, the Muindi Isola, the Occident, and then Oranje, the old, old world.
Thanks, visual calculus. What's the RCM's involvement with the moral intern got to do with this?
You share a database with them. You send people to their courts.
Is this part of why Oranje is a bad memory? What's going on? What did you do?
Just business. But bad business for some people in the moral intern. If I show up in your records, officer, they will find me.
Oh, man.
They will...
What happens if they do?
They will kill me, sir. If you file my name, take me in for questioning, enter me into the moral intern mill. Well, then I'm fucked. For nothing. This murder didn't have anything to do with me.
Fucked. People after her. Moral intern people. This isn't Oranese lit. Actually, this murder did have a little to do with her.
Logic is right. This murder did have a little to do with her. Just not enough for us to arrest her. If we're not gonna arrest the other 7 dudes who, like, covered up the lynching, right? Like, I mean, technically she obstructed justice by lying to us, right? So, like, we could get her on that. But, like, we don't really want to, right? We don't want to arrest her. Unless she's still hiding something. Is she? She called the cops. That's a good question. Why did you call the cops if you're hiding?
Because I'm an idiot.
Oh. Yeah, that's good enough for me.
Which is an indicator of truth. Idiot. She's nothing of the sort.
My inner voices are freaking arguing, and I hate it. Like, I wish you guys would agree, so I would know which answer to pick. So you would have us believe, but you're not. No, I don't think so. Why did you do it?
You have to understand, the people around here, no one was making the call, and he kept rotting. And then they picked his clothes off, and that little fucker threw stones at him.
Alright, I get it.
Her jaw is clenched. Her throat moves. It takes all her strength not to cave in and sob. Once. Just one time.
He kept throwing stones at him for 3 days. I could hear the thud. Thud. So I called you. I hope with all my heart it's not the last thing I do in Ravishol.
She definitely called the cops. That was task complete. It could not have been a lie. That is impossible.
That's this. We got task complete. Find out who, what was it? There was one. Is it no longer complete? Did drama just like blow the whole door open on this? No, wait. There's so many more. Who made the call reporting the crime? Yeah, here it is, completed. This was the one that drama's talking about. That's some meta text if I've ever seen it. My logic is telling me yes, but my physical instrument is telling me no. I love it. You said you studied Aranyi's lit. Why is it with this fugitive stuff?
I did. I also had a side job selling insurance that I was really good at. Got picked up by a bank. Competitive intelligence, they called it.
Okay.
After that, I sort of, transitioned out of the whole culture scene.
What did you do to have those people after you?
It's not nice, but it's not illegal. Not here in Ravishol, or even in Oranje.
You want to tell me what it was?
What exactly did you do?
Industrial espionage. I joined a business collective with the intention of betraying them. I did my job well enough to be asked to do it again. With a bigger company. The kind you really, really don't fuck with. I took their ledgers, 2 decades worth of accounting.
Okay, that might be illegal, but okay, go ahead.
I need the names of the companies involved and who hired you.
The job was Louis County Savings Bank. They sound small, but they're part of the Louis conglomerate. That was the second job. The first was some printer company. You wouldn't know them. As to who hired me for the job, I don't know. But they're after me too. Along with Louis and their friends in the MI. Once you're done in the competitive intelligence circuit, you don't have allies. You're radioactive.
Lowe's Cap. These people engineer financial disasters in second world countries. The conglomerate also includes the Bank of Consecration, Airberg, and the popular Papalolo line of dairy products.
Option 1, Papalolo! The name's Claude J. Bond. Apparently. I really don't like any of these answers. But I guess serves them right. When I'm king, this savings bank will be first against the wall.
This was not a joke. Real people lost their jobs. Not just in the C-suite either. Good people. What I did to get to accounting.
Oh.
A lot of people got hurt. But that's just more of my shit you shouldn't have to deal with. You're solving a murder.
Oh yeah. What happened here the night he died?
We were there. Together. In bed, I mean.
I bet they were having sex.
Okay.
That's my detective skill.
He was in a kneeling position. He had just entered me.
Oh no.
I was on my back, looking at him. I heard the window behind me shatter, and I turned to look. There was a hole in the glass.
Uh-huh.
I turned back to him. His eyes were looking through me, and his mouth was open. Dumb. I could see. I could.
Her chest rises and falls with each word. She keeps herself together.
She went way further into detail than I thought she would.
I knew he was dead. Before he fell down on top of me.
Then what happened?
He was heavy. I pushed him off and he fell to the floor. There. He only had his boots on. I bit the pillow, not to scream, then ran downstairs. I waited for the second shot to come. For me. I thought there would be one. It never came.
Yeah, if they were after Claude, then they probably would have just shot her. Right? Like, they were after this mercenary dude. They had to be, right? Like, for sure.
She's forgotten about her cigarette. The butt has burned right down to her fingernails.
What do you tell somebody when that happens? Shakes your head. That's a motherfucker. Just nod. We're gonna need more details. I think we're done with details. I guess we apologize that this happened?
So am I.
I don't know how to talk to people when this happens. I don't think this is ever a social situation I would like to be in.
She throws it away and immediately proceeds to light another one.
What time was this? When did it happen? It would help us if you could be as precise as possible.
11:30 to 12:15. I don't know the exact time. Around midnight.
It's okay. Were you inebriated?
Not as much as usual. He'd done a line, plus other things. I was drinking.
Wait. Titus said she was gurning her jaw off, much more than usual.
Titus said you looked pretty high.
Oh, yeah. I did one of his lines, just to clear my head.
Oh, afterwards?
Did you hear or see the shooter in the course of this?
Imagine that, you're having sex with somebody, and then they die on top of you, and you're like, oh man, I need to clear my head. Look at all these drugs. Is that really the play? Like, what?
No.
I'm not even saying she's lying about it, I'm just surprised. It just doesn't sound like the way to go.
Nothing. I was trapped. I was stuck in my room downstairs. I got some clothes on and crawled back up, drew the blinds. Blood was coming from his mouth. Not a lot, just a little.
As blood does when you've been shot.
He was still on the floor, slouched. I couldn't be there with him anymore, so I ran down and out of my room, into the hallway, down the stairs. I knew there would be people there.
What happened after you ran downstairs?
Sylvie was tending the bar. A lot of people were there. The Hardys were at the table in front of the stage. I think the Union box was full.
We need to find out who the girl was, the other girl. The one that's not our Claude, right? The 8th Hardy, the Hardy girl. We need Claude to give her up, because we're not going to get it out of Titus.
Ruby was there too. They were having such a good time. I sat down and they all welcomed me. I didn't even have to say anything. Ruby knew something was wrong.
I bet Ruby's the other girl I was just saying we need Claude to tell us about.
Ruby?
Before we continue, who's Ruby?
Ruby. You know, the leader.
The what?
The leader? Of what?
The Hardy Boys.
I thought Hardy was the leader of the Hardy Boys.
Well, nominally, yes. Ruby's the one they go to when things happen, like things they need taken care of. She's the organizer.
Uh-huh. And we've never seen Ruby before. Alright. Let's go on. What then?
Well, Ruby said let's talk upstairs. I showed her the room. I've known these people since December. They know my situation. but I can't leave a paper trail. Ruby was the first one I told. She said she'd take care of this. It's what she does, you know, take care of things. I helped her get the body to the bathroom. We used a belt to pull him up under the shower, to keep him upright.
To mislead you, they were tampering with the body.
Yep.
To produce lividity, matching a hanging?
Yes.
We completely missed the tampering. Looks like you got there in time. What was this, 20 minutes after death?
About 20, yes. Ruby explained it would make the blood... You know what he does.
And what did you do?
Ruby went outside to talk to Titus and the boys. I was just looking at Lely in the bathroom. I had to put his clothes back on. His armor, too. It was tough, but I've seen him take it off and put it on many times. It took Ruby maybe half an hour to come back with Titus. I'd gotten him ready by then. They carried him out. I knew what they were going to do. Make it look like a hanging. Ruby said they would.
What did you do while they were hanging him?
Ruby said to wait here. She also said I wouldn't see her for a while. That we should lay low or something. So I did.
This Ruby. Where is this Ruby now?
I don't know. I haven't seen her since.
Interesting.
We will need to take this question to the Hardy Boys.
Interesting. Why did this Ruby go through so much trouble to hide something someone else did? Look into this later.
That's my question too. This is a terrible way to do anything, right? Like, what was their goal here? I mean, as a cop, I would be asking, like, what was their motive? But, like, forget that for a second. Like, actual, like, what is this garbage plan? This is a terrible plan, right? By all accounts. Whatever. When it happens, you hear a gunshot.
When he was shot? I may have. I don't know. I couldn't hear anything over the glass exploding.
Sure.
The gunshot wasn't that loud. This is something to keep in mind when assessing the distance of the shot.
I'm not gonna ask her if she killed her boyfriend. I think that's rude. Did the people after you have killed him?
That's the first thing that went through my head when I heard the glass break.
And?
I thought they'd found me. They've killed him to punish me. All last week, I've tried not to talk to anyone or be seen with anyone so they wouldn't be hurt. I've come to understand, however, this is paranoia. What happened didn't have anything to do with me.
But maybe it did? No, it's the last thing you should ask her. It probably didn't, to be honest.
Or, I don't know anything anymore. All I do is wait here.
We can't go after loose cap. Not yet. There are other, saner leads.
I don't ask you to, Lieutenant. If there's one thing I know, is that you'll get
Hey,
nothing
Madness,
from me.
how's it going? When was the window changed?
Last week, Angus and Titus's brother, I think he's called Tibbs, took care of it.
You should have another look at that window after this. Reconstruct the scene. It's right there.
In her bedroom, inside?
Yes, you see the glass sparkling out of the corner of your eye.
You said you studied around here. I think we're done here for now.
She nods, silently. She doesn't even smoke. Just picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hands. He's thinking, are we done here? Or...
In God's name, wake up. This is a white check.
But we are awake, sire. She has been forthcoming with sordid details women usually conceal. Most shocking details of the sexual kind. We are a bulwark, unbreached. If you have doubts, just give us one example of deceit. Just one, and we will gladly change our minds.
Just a proposition. Could the lurid explicitness conceal something less sensational but more illegal?
Who is this personhood picking these seditious options?
Me.
Can't you see the detective grows weary of your malcontent?
No.
Stop staring at her eyes and say something pertinent to the case. This is making you look like an amateur. It looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do it without pushing her further. At least for now.
I need to talk about your room again.
Yeah?
Where does that door lead?
You tell me, officer, when you've kicked it down. I've been wondering myself, but I'm light of foot. Not a good door kicker. All right.
I guess we need volition up. Achoo! Achoo! And we need drama up. Can we get either of those up? No, we're completely out of skill points. Our drama is so high though. Thanks. Like, I can't believe it. Oh, wait. We can change clothing, can't we? Not right now, we can't. We have to leave. Do I have clothes that give me higher drama? Yes. Do I have clothes that give me higher volition? Am I wearing anything that gives minus drama? -1 rhetoric, -1 electrochemistry, -1 savoir-faire, -1 drama. Done. We're up 2 drama, baby. Does that mean we can do the white check again? Oh, he has to be standing there. That's funny.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
Okay, well, I still have questions for her. We definitely want to get our drama up and our volition up and then come back and talk to her again. I guess now we talk to the Hardy Boys about Ruby. The back and forth here is like... was this the window?
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass.
I'm mega lost.
Untarnished golden halo.
Okay, quick recap. Previously on Disco Elysium, there was a... we're a detective. We have zero memory of what we've been doing because we are like high as balls, or we were high as balls, and now we're sober. We wake up, we talk to Kim, he's our partner, and Kim is like, wow, you look fucked up. It's been a week since you were supposed to start investigating. What have you learned? And I'm like, I don't remember anything, but I definitely have not been investigating. I lost my badge, my gun, and my paperwork. There was a dude hanging outside that I probably should have taken down, but I didn't do it. It was hard to take him down. Once we got the body down, we investigated it. We found out there was a bullet in the brain. Whoops. That's definitely how he died, and the hanging was a cover-up. We talked to the Hardy Boys, who we determined definitely were... I learned the color of the sky, basically. We talked to the Hardy Boys, and they were like, yo, don't investigate. All 7 of us lynched him. And we're like, that's a weird thing to admit. What happened here? Also, we know he was shot. And he's like, no. We killed him because he was a bad guy. He was a mercenary and a rapist. We have it on tape. And so we went to Claus J, the person who they claim was the victim of that rape. And she was like, nope, that's just foreplay on the tape because we're really messed up. Like, I'm running from the cops back in Aranye, and he was a mercenary who used to work for a ton of different places. And he's like... really like kind of a bad guy, but I like that. And I'm like, okay, whatever, I don't care what you do with your sex life. Sure, if you say he's fine, he's fine. Hardy Boys are like, nah man, and you saw that part. We threw the body in a freezer. We talked to a woman in a library about some voodoo because we were tricking her into letting us use our freezer. I stole the guy's boots and totally have them on me, which is hilarious. And then we found my paperwork in a dumpster. There's a mean little kid. I don't know, you're basically caught up. The only other thing that's happening is like... That's like the whole plot from the beginning, or is this just a phase? There's so much little stuff to do. Like, okay, for instance, one weird little thing we did was... Is this the same place we woke up the very first time you streamed? Yeah, this is the same hotel room. One weird-ass thing we did was we found a container, we used a crowbar to open it up, and... no, I'm sorry, that's not what we did at all. We convinced it to open up using rhetoric. At which point we went inside and found a very rich dude who was so rich that light bent around him and talked to him for a few minutes. Like, things are weird in this game.
The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind. In it, are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. A two-hearted spider. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth. A ray cast from somewhere outside, entering his brain. From the roof outside, location A prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards face inwards like a corona behind the woman's back.
Have a look at point A on the roof.
The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points.
So I'm what, 80% sure the roof is where the shot was made from?
72%, with a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or sports pistol. This is a good short distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but she was also drunk. Could the shot have come from inside the room, a closer point? Are there any arguments against A prime, the roof?
None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any.
Could the shot have come from inside the room?
Point X would contradict the woman's testimony, rendering the entire proposition void. These figures would be wiped out, Detective.
That's true. Could there have been another point of origin further away?
That's a 28%, yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez?
Inspect the ghostly figures.
The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
Deep. Extrapolate the radius to include all of Martinez?
You would need a map for that. A map of Martinez.
We need one.
You're thinking, what if the shot didn't come from the roof?
Yes.
There was a map in the bookstore. We should come back with it. Compare the land.
How much money do we have? We have 15 real. I wonder how much a map costs. Whew. Kuno could be the real mastermind. There's always a chance. But I feel like Kuno would have told us. Kuno's braggadocious. Kuno's also on meth, I think. Yeah, once we get the map, like this fucking game. Yeah. So, okay, quick tour. We've explored the street outside where the strike is happening. The scabs are there. Inside the, like, crane area where all the boxes are, that's where the light bending man was, and that's where a really gross dude tried to offer us money to, like, work with him. No, we are pretty sure he's on meth. I went to Kuno's hideout. Not meth, speed. Get it right, or Kuno gonna fack your ass Kuno style. I didn't realize. I'm so sorry, Kuno and Kuno S. We're both apparently not on meth, but speed. Okay, at 11 p.m. we have to go talk to the guy on the roof. I don't know what he's gonna tell us, but Olan doesn't know his illicit substances. I forgive you. Yeah, I don't know shit about drugs. I know that, like, ibuprofen is good for pain. That's about all. That's about all I got. Where was this map? Was it here?
The display rack is brimming with worn paperbacks featuring an extremely muscular, sword-wielding barbarian on the cover. Nearly all the titles contain the word Hyundai somewhere.
Wow, more Hyundai.
Mountains of it. Heroic quantities of Hyundai. Roy's puny shirt is nothing compared to the real deal.
Roy owns the pawn shop. This is the back door to the creepy voodoo area where they were making a tabletop
This
game.
bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural literature.
Meth does equal speed. Kuno tricked ya. Oh no. F. Starkeep, what books are these?
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not for free. I can't have you end up, like, opening a police store next door and stealing my customers. Oh no!
Amidst the various books, you find one written by someone named Matthias W. Dundas. It's about wholeness, unity, balance. These three things are very important to the working class mind. The point of the book, and many others on this shelf, is to give people medicinal advice in situations where they don't have access to paid health services.
Interesting.
Various paranatural books still litter the shelf.
I just needed a map, bro.
The plaque on the shelf reads, Biographies of Famous People. You see a large variety of names, none of which ring a bell.
A radio-based tabletop game with racist elves. Another brand new sentence.
I would say... The Greatest Innocence. Yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to innocentic power.
Who or what is in Innocence?
A very influential historical figure. But surely I don't have to tell you that.
Yes.
You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education.
No.
The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the innocentic system, creating a fresh vantage point and a shift in the tired order of things.
So you recommend it?
Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos we'd be in otherwise.
We'd be putting up voodoo stickers on doors.
You feel like you should get this one. Definitely. It's important somehow. There's something personal inside.
Nope. Not gonna do it. I need a map. Is this a map?
Several
I do not
maps
like this
have been
lady's voice.
attached
She's
to a
very much a
bulletin board
Karen.
hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
Map of Martinez. This could work, maybe.
Steal it. Angry storekeeper stare down. Oh yeah, I did. I told her a lot of things like, you're raising your child incorrectly, and then I stared at her for a while, and then I told her I was a voodoo scientist, and then I totally used her fridge. And she got mad at me for some reason. I don't remember why. But she no longer believes I'm a voodoo scientist. And also, in retaliation, I am bringing her electric bill way up. Ha, got him. I would like to buy the map of Martinez. I'm not going to try and steal
Always good to be
it.
informed of your surroundings.
Leave. She doesn't want me back here, but who's going to stop me, am I right? Haha, I'm a cop. Take me back to Khaleesi Corpse Girl. I can't spell any of the proper nouns of this name. The Aranye Woman, Klaasje. Klaasje, I think. Did I already, like, purchase dice? From the Dice Woman? How much are dice anyway? $10?
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Do you know the We're All Untethered setting? I want a die for that. Do you have any cursed dice? Tell me about your most extraordinary die. I don't actually know what die I want. Just a normal die, please. Very regular. I'm looking for something to help with my work. I don't know. Do you have any cursed dice?
What do you mean by cursed?
As cursed as my life.
Alright, how about I surprise you? Come back in 8 hours with 7 real, and I'll give you your cursed die.
It's a deal.
Great, see you in 8 hours then.
Great. I am totally wasting money, but it's fine. I think it's faster for me to leave the other direction. Dice Maker could totally be an evil mastermind. Well, we thought that, right? We tried to interrogate her, but she said that, first of all, she didn't even see anything happening outside because the light was coming from inside the room, so she couldn't really see outside. That she was making dice, and it appears that, yeah, she was making dice. And then, she had headphones on, which was consistent with how we found her. So I actually just believe that she's a dice maker. She also said some pretty intriguing things to say about, I guess, the area. Like, the woman at the bookstore believes that this commercial area is cursed to be bad for business, and she was like, no, the people around us are not bad at business. That's why they're still in business. And her shopkeep is like garbage. There's probably another reason that she thinks. What is Kuno doing?
Fuck does Kuno care?
He doesn't care. I found your shack.
You found Kuno's secret door to Kuno's secret shack. It was closed for 5,000 years. How the fuck did you get in?
I phase shifted through the roofing material.
Shit. Get the fuck out of here. You can't do that.
He can't do that, Kuno. He's trying to fuck at you again.
Pigs can't displace. Can't do that teleport shit. How did you like it in there, pig old boy? Kuno's got a lot of cool shit there, right?
You should have saved before talking to him. You're gonna get killed by this kid again. I hope not. I found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
What was with the tube of magnesium, Kuno?
It's a vitamin, pig. Don't you know anything?
You could use some.
It's magnesium, right?
Okay, whatever.
No.
You
Whoops.
fucking need that shit to stay on top of your game. Kuno goes through like a tube a day, and you look like you could use a bottle.
Oh, don't teach him, Kuno. He's going to use it against you, Kuno.
I know all about magnesium. I rock it all the time.
You're not getting this, pig. It completely takes away the hangover. It's like you didn't do anything. Like you stayed home playing with your choo-choo.
Is that what he normally does?
Fuck you, pig. Don't do mag. You're going to OD and you're going to fucking die.
What was with the pig head?
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape.
Like some kind of musician?
Yeah, Kuno plays on snuff radio, fucks pigs, live, fucks their heads off. Kuno's a cop killer.
I've heard enough of this.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Okay,
Kuno
I'm
doesn't
off.
fucking care.
Did not expect Kuno to be like 12-year-old Ron Weasley if he started hitting the crank instead of going to magic school. Kuno straight up killed us on our very first day. Kuno was like... Kuno demoralized us to the point where we died of a heart attack or some shit, or retired, and like that was our first ending. And I had to go through so much again. You need to adopt this kid. I mean, I think protagonist would be a really good fit with Kuno, no doubt. We never found out where this door leads. What was the check for this, actually? Like, can we get into this door?
You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. The door does not.
Okay. Guess not. I wouldn't suggest adopting crazed gingers. Just look what happened to Mumsy after she picked me up from some vampires. F. Imagine interviewing Kuno to be your sidekick. He'd be like, I'll do fucking anything. Now the last thing I want is to talk to Kuno.
That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
There's a lack of magnesium in me, Composure?
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
I need to mag it up?
You need to get so magged up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
You're saying I need to become a magnesium-based life form?
Yes. If you want to live, you need to evolve. You need to ascend the carbon barrier. Go to the apothecary and buy insane amounts of magnesium. It will reverse the damage to your circulatory system.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Here's my thought cabinet. Have I not figured this out yet? I'm only at 20% of my date of birth generator. The magnesium-based life form gives me -1 shivers, no shakes. It is generally understood that human beings are carbon-based organisms, fusing little carbon tubes together to form complex, mushy structures capable of thoughts, love, and locomotion. It is also known that these structures sometimes like to take the edge off by consuming ethanol, amphetamine, etc. In such cases, it is important to supplement your body with magnesium. Tired? Mag it. Down? Mag time. Liver damage? Maximum mag. Some people say magnesium doesn't really do anything and you just need to quit. What do we tell them? I don't know. What do we tell them? I guess I have to internalize it to find out. I bet we tell them to mag it up. Ride the mag train. We have a map now, so we can look at the window. That's why I'm coming back here. I like forgot for a second. This game is a trip, man. Like this is the highest I'm ever gonna feel.
The same 2 neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman. A ray of backward motion explodes from the man's mouth, through the window to the roof outside, widening into a radius. A prime.
I have the map. Extrapolate the radius. To include all of Martinez.
According to your map of the district, this shot could have come from a wide angle of locations, starting with the northern edge of the abandoned boardwalk, ending with an islet in the bay. Let's call them B prime.
More precisely?
B prime for boardwalk, B double prime for Land's End, and B triple prime for the islet detective. There may be smaller points in between, but those are too fine to zoom in on.
Have a look at point B, the boardwalk.
700 meters away. The likeliest of these B positions, 20% chance. A skilled
I don't think I have the option to arrest the girl.
shot, provided he had a safe sniper's nest. Even with the light on inside, we're talking military training. At that distance, the perpetrator would have had to take wind direction into account.
Okay.
1.2 kilometers away, the least likely of these positions. Let's say 3%. A truly skilled sniper could have done it, possibly from a tent. No, too far-fetched.
So that's not really an option.
1 kilometer away, an unlikely point of origin. Beyond the docks somewhere, on an islet in the Bay of Martinez perhaps. There are islets there, badly charted as they may be.
I'm feeling boardwalk.
The shot would have been a small miracle, 5% likelihood. There is an extremely narrow field of view from the bay to the window, between Rue de Saint-Ghislain 10 and 33A. The angle would have been extreme, and access to the islets is questionable.
Kim, do you think the shot could have come from further than the roof?
From where, precisely?
Let's say the boardwalk.
I see you have given this a lot of thought. Are those the locations you've singled out in addition to the roof? And what is the likelihood, in your opinion, that it came from a further distance?
Much less from the roof, but still.
Okay, well, we should see if there is gunshot residue or sniper nests if we go down the coast. Rule these spots out one by one.
Okay, I'm into that.
It would be the diligent thing to do. Until then, personally, I'm going with the roof version. A simple hypothesis can be wrong, but it's something to build on.
I still can't increase my drama. Woe is me. No! The stairs! The stairs! So she says she doesn't think she heard a gunshot, which implies that it was farther than the roof, which means we should probably check the boardwalk first since it's the highest chance, right? Wow. Okay, so... That's funny. I can't believe how many houses there are. I'm trying to remember what else we have to do, because, let me think. We have to go to a fishing village, apparently, but we can't yet because I guess the bridge is up, which is kind of weird. I guess that means we have to, like, not do that. Also, I have, like, no money. And we have to somehow pay for a room at night. Yeah, I guess I could equip a plastic bag and collect them. Fishing village. Let's see, hanged man. Okay. These are a few of the things that we have left to, like... Wait, I have a mission with Kim?
Yes?
I don't know what it could be. What was that? I don't know what it is. And then a mirror. I have a challenging interfacing thing. I think that's to change my face to not be ridiculous, but I'm never gonna do that. Volition legendary. Physical instrument heroic for the barred door. Right. Tasks. Oh, right! We were gonna talk to Titus about Ruby's location. How did I forget that? Because I was focused on the map. Hope it isn't Bloodborne, a fishing hamlet. You're gonna get fucked. Yeah, there's no combat in this game. The little, like, combat I've had has been with the racist on top of the bridge, and he is really good at killing me. Okay, I haven't saved in a while. Titus.
It's you again. What is it?
The toughest combat is Everart's chair. Yeah. I talked to Claude. Now I need to talk to Ruby.
Why?
Because she's your real leader. I have seen her in a laudanum-induced delirium. The paranormal instinct whispers her name into my ear. I don't think Titus is gonna go for this one. Didn't you just say you got killed by Kuno in a past stream? I did, but it was because he demoralized me. He didn't actually fight me. He just made fun of me to the point where I gave up. Yeah. The entire game is skill checks.
Sounds like you're making her a suspect in this.
Not on my watch.
Not on my watch, you're not. Ruby's one of us. We're not gonna throw her under your moral intern steamroller. Fuck that shit.
I really do want to play this at some point. You should. It's pretty fun.
Fuck you too, moral fat.
I like how they don't bleep up any of the sex stuff or the word rape, but like this one gets. I think that's good.
Ruby is missing.
But I
If
think
you
they
hide
could
from
have
the
blurred
police
out
in
more
another
things.
investigation, you become a suspect. You know how it works, guys.
That's nothing. That's just legalese. You don't even have a sound theory.
Exactly.
I don't want to be rude, but we're trying to get some R&R here. Think you could fuck off now?
I think we'll keep sticking around, Titus. You'll be surprised at how quickly a theory presents itself if you keep looking.
From the corner of your eye, you see a little bird fly into the bush. right behind the window, behind Titus's back.
Present a solid theory about why Ruby could have done it. Oh my gosh. This is a white check? It's only low? My logic is so high. Let me see if I can put on some logic clothes to pass this check. Because I'm probably not going to actually get a second shot at this. Anything logical? Yep. Yep. Get a pocket calculator.
What is it?
Nothing is happening.
Damn.
The pieces are there, but they remain unconnected.
No, we can do this.
Sorry, you're not coming up with anything. Again, the pieces are there. She could have done it. Somehow. Something else. Walla Walla Bing Bang. It's just not coming together.
Walla Walla Bing Bang?
I don't know what it means, but it felt like the most appropriate thing to say. That's what the witch doctor would say, at least.
Why am I such an idiot?
No one knows.
Oh no! My morale. Squint your eyes harder.
Still nothing, but that's okay. This doesn't have to turn into some kind of meltdown. You're just a cop, taking your time to present a theory. Right. Puzzleface shouldn't be the cool guy when he fails. I was supposed to be that. Shush. I'm just more level-headed than you. That's my thing. Let's look at this as a learning experience. What are the components you need to implicate Ruby? No. He needs to say, 500 layers and I can't remember the first line.
I just want to hear the components of the theory.
Smart move. The components are access to the roof, weapon, and motive. Here is what you can do to make it easier. Come on, guys. For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route, she could have used that to get to the roof.
Okay.
Can't get through the door? You know what would help. Doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden.
Okay.
You could crack Classia's last defenses. Maybe she'll tell you something helpful.
Volition is saying that, which means volition is the thing I need to increase. By looking her in the eyes, I guess.
Say, 500 layers and I can't remember the first line. No, nothing good will come of it. He did the right thing not saying that the last time. Just do what the nice helpful guys said and don't do the bad things. It's that simple.
Unless we have more business, we should.
What is happening? This is like Inside Out, but on drugs.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
Squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside.
Mysterious door seen. A bird flew by. Wings beat. You've been here for a long time. Really, you've been here for ages.
There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the blackness of the thicket. Hanging from it, a bronze key. Someone hid the key in the bush and attached a yellow ribbon to make it easier to find. It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Someone's hid a key in the bush. Point at the window.
Huh?
I need you guys to hand that key to me. No, Titus, can you hand the key to me, please?
I'm not your janitor, cop. I don't even know what you're talking about. There's nothing there.
If he says it's there, it's there.
I need you guys to hand the key to me.
And I need the fatty to get his feet amputated because the smell is killing me. We can't always get what we want.
Damn, Shanky, you really gonna do this guy like that?
God damn it, Dennis. You know I can't help it.
Poor fat Angus.
Sorry, fucko. These guys won't help you. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the Hawthorne branch, and slides it across the table to you.
Theo is a good guy.
The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched to its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
That's the most baller thing I've seen anybody do in this game, and I straight up shot the corpse down.
Come on, man. We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit.
That's right, Theo. Thank you.
Don't thank me.
Oh,
I don't
alright.
give two shits about your key.
Alright. What a baller. Does anybody know why this key was... They're not gonna tell me. I wonder what doors this is open.
It could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
You know where else has a locked door near a workshop?
It's worth a try.
I don't remember, actually. There was another locked door, though, I think. Time to try the key.
The key fits the dimple lock.
Nice.
It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. The darkness before you smells like engine grease and cut wood.
Nice. We're in, Tino. I know. In B, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. In B, what do we think that stands for? I'm pretty sure it's not non-binary, not this time. This pinball is white Diora. The back glass shows a female figure in mourning. Okay. I guess it's supposed to be Klaasje? Maybe? This pinball says Franco-Nigerian. Never mind. Ooh, does this have money in it? 5 real? Holy crap. Alright.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back
Got
in
him.
and played.
Run your fingers across the dust of the white Diora's machine.
Feels like it might jump back to life any moment. The lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's white Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme. Probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperaskit. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually.
Early airships and sad women? Sounds like Bioshock Infinite to me.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
How about we fire one of these bad boys up and play some ball?
You can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
He looks away.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball.
What are you
If
doing,
they weren't
Half-Life?
broken, he would kick one of these machines about now.
Okay. This is a red check. It cannot be retried.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka Kimball?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
So now he remembers. Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
You don't seem to really like pinball.
No human being should. It is a game that requires no skill and a childlike affinity to flashing lights and to fantastique, science fiction, and historic romance franchise.
Wow. Kim went like full French for a second.
It is lame.
That's how I feel about Magic the Gathering, to be honest. Then why are you called Pinball?
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you...
Fine. I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Okay.
It was not okay. I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide.
That voice line is on a... it is lame in a French accent.
End of story.
You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
Wait, so that's why you didn't talk to Kuno?
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
Don't worry, I'll keep calling you Kim.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is good too. Now, we really need to continue our sweep of what appears to be a secret path through the whirling.
This has been a great detour about talking about my horrible pinball life, but we really need to get back on track through the secret layer that leads to the secret elevator through the whirling. Yeah, Kim is by far the best character. He's great.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Look in.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Or 1 person and a sniper rifle, am I right?
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Hey Kim, it says the last maintenance was in 88.
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
This elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
So it's not a message from the future?
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
I wonder what this elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
He taps on the gutter and light bulb. It's golden in the dark. Look at the elevator controls.
There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descente, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
I bet the elevator is just a trap. Floor falls out. I mean, it very well could be.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
I mean, Kim says it's fine. I am gonna go ahead and save first. Because I trust Kim, but I don't trust this elevator. I would think that, like, there would be fingerprints in the dust on Ascend, right? Oh! We lived! Let's take a look at this. Small window taped shut with black plastic you can't see outside. Schematics for a pinball machine, futurism themed. This pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted. A pinball wizard lives here? There's a tiny hole in the wall. You see a bedroom on the other side. Holy shit.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. Bottles lie around everywhere.
I think I could see into Claude's bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
What were these people doing in there?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural. They're sensationally unnatural.
Uh-huh.
This is the barred door you tried to kick in before.
Lightly punch the door once more, just in case.
The door shudders a bit, as though it were laughing at you.
So what's on the other side?
Unless we veered off into a folded M dimension, I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Glacier about this route. See how she reacts?
Folded M dimension, a reference to the popular science fiction series In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly and reads science fiction.
Unbar the door. I would call that good police work. Although it seems like the game expected me to find that a lot earlier. You've been here a long time, +1 check. A really long time, +1 check. Thanks, game.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
Can I ask more about you for the record?
Sure.
That's it, I
The
guess.
record. So official.
I have a couple more questions about the deceased.
Yes, miss.
Never mind, I don't. I've already asked them all.
Gracefully, she
Tell me what
pulls
really
herself
happened one more time.
Okay.
She
down
nods
here.
silently,
Look her in the eye.
then picks up the cold coffee and holds it in her hand.
Damn. Alright, never mind. Well, okay. We know that there's a secret route, so whoever killed him definitely used that elevator, right? Or was on the boardwalk, but we decided there was a 27% chance he wasn't on the roof. What a weird back door. We could sleep there, and the owner would never know. Just saying. What else did my inner voices say for me to do? One was figure out that there's a secret door. There were more though, right? We've established, like, the possibility that that Ruby could have killed Lehi.
It's you again. What is it?
+3, found root.
A sudden flash of lightning in your neocortex. The hostel cafeteria is lit by its airy blaze. Floor plans, bullet trajectories, webs of human emotion, all channeled into a single thought.
Why are you so sure Ruby didn't off him?
So that's what you were squinting at. You were trying to come up with a theory, weren't you? That she did it.
I never claimed to be a wise man, but...
Yeah, he was cobbling together shit, so he could put her away. It's RCM 101.
Well, let old Titus set your mind at ease then. She didn't do it. She was here all night.
Sunday night, 11:30 to 12:15. She was here all that time?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
That's a lie.
You know that's not the case.
All right, she took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
This complex operation is probably something illegal.
It's right, logic.
Just because she
Good
was
old
gone
puzzle
for
face.
5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
He's been through it. That means he suspected her too.
Aaron's making a coffee.
Yeah.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez.
Well, actually, there's a 28% chance.
Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance. Oh my god. The bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yes, we have a ballistics lab in Kuran we consult in cases like these.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
There's a secret route in the kitchen that leads straight to the roof.
How?
Through what looks like an abandoned pinball workshop.
People say there was a pinball arcade here, sometime before the hostel. What was it called, Theo?
East Delta Pinball Arcade. Weird place. Went bankrupt.
Okay, but how'd you get up? There's no room for a staircase in this building. Or an elevator, for that matter.
So actually...
The elevator is outside the building. It's an old dumbwaiter, used for moving pinball machines up and down from the workshop.
From there, a door leads straight to the roof. You can just step outside.
Ruby could have gone up, shot him, come down. All under 7 minutes.
Yep.
That's quite the theory. We need to have a look at that secret passage, boys.
Is Titus on my side now? Are the Hardy Boys with me?
I'm on it, boss. Right when the law clears, me and Angus are going up there.
It's a dumbwaiter, not an industrial lift. How about I go instead of...
Just now. You got something else to back this route up? Or is that it?
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly doesn't go well with could've. There's a route to the roof. Me and the boys need to check it out. That's what we established. But a route does not put that bullet in his head. A gun does that. And Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself. But what if you miss interesting information that way? The choice is ultimately yours. But
there are weapons like this just lying around in Martinez.
That looks antique. A Belle McGrave. It's inoperable. Where'd you get it?
There's a cellar under the bookshop. It was hidden there with others just like
20,
it.
maybe 30 rifles, Titus. Also broken, but still, there were too many. And there must be other caches too.
Why would Ruby kill this guy?
God damn it. We need to close that dump down for good.
Okay, I see your point. There are guns lying around. Damn it. I thought we'd found all the old spots. Why was that still there?
We just missed one. Ruby doesn't know this place, boss. Just these cops digging up shit.
I didn't say it proved she had the murder weapon, just that we need to find her.
All right, Carl. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
I don't know, man. I would also like to establish motive, Glenn.
Phase 3.
Oh.
Motive. The last component.
It's not why did she kill him, it's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
Think about it. Why go through all that effort? It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
This is a great coffee. It's so good.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan, If I'd have been first.
No, you couldn't have, Eugene.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Eugene, Shanky, Titus. Who should I pin this murder on? I hate Shanky so much. Shanky, let's assume you killed him.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
You probably did, though.
Got him, Elaine.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she's skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods. A very small nod. And a trickle of tobacco spit on his lip.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However, hard, I asked. Wanna know why?
Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
Interesting.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand.
Maybe.
You'll never find her.
Maybe the dude on the roof knows. I mean, the dude in the apartment, you know?
Yeah, Al.
Balcony guy.
And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
She's not, Glenn.
Oh, that's why. That's why she's not a hardy candidate.
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Who's doing this looking? They're all here.
You're all here. Who's out looking?
Lizzie needed some air.
The gardener? But she went to tell Everett. No, so she didn't go to tell Everett?
No one goes to tell Everard anything. He knows what he has to know. Fast.
It's called a radio, you believe. The gardener may have played you a game when she stormed out. She has her own plan.
I see. What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me, as in the RCM? Me personally?
Yes, you. The cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
No wonder she's afraid. I have come to declare the ending of the human experiment. She probably knew me from my singing days. I'm sorry. God, why does everyone flee at the sight of my shadow? I have no idea why she'd be scared. I'm just a normal cop with regular thoughts in his head. This is the me answer. They pulled this straight out of my real-life dialogue.
Sure. Normal. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes, and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener. that you play suspects against each other. Open them up. Like can.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having a go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Kim. I love Kim. Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This called Titus, this called Pete. But she was too scared.
You tell me where on the coast we should start looking?
Sure, there are some shit houses there. A cinder block town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a lorry man. I told you. No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
She probably knew me from my singing days.
Yeah. That's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. It'll have to.
Shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite.
All right. Well, we got a lot of information there, and we also leveled up our volition. Let's go talk to Aranye girl again. Miss Clausje. Do we want to up our drama, or do we want to up our volition? Because we can do one or the other. We can't do both. I'm feeling drama, personally. Harambe girl? Close. Aranye girl. She's from Aranye, you know. The country that doesn't exist. This entire game's full of them. Alright, okay. Now we could also save scum this if we really wanted to. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but we could, is the point. I think our drama check is higher. I'm not sure how close we are to a second level, but there's a real chance that like passing the drama check puts us... oh, we only need 25 more. This is one of my favorite moments. Oh boy. Let's see, let's see. Which one do we level? I'm saving. I want to see what the checks are.
Officer.
In God's
It's a
name, wake
fine
up
day for
and look her in the
questions.
eye. One is volition, one is drama. What the fuck is this noise? I assume it's the... It's the music. Oh, wait! It was the boombox. Well, anyway. It's because we were a groovy disco cop. Where did I get a book? Oh, well. We got our logic. Do we need drama, though? I think we did want drama. This was drama. And then this was minus drama. We didn't want that. And the other shirt is logic. You were holding the club music screamer the whole time. Yep. You've got one bullet. That's funny. Alright, chat, do we level up drama or volition? Volition. Is it because Volition was the one that talked to us before? About talking to her again? Skill cap reached. Never mind. I guess we have to go with drama. Our skill cap on that is low.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
We are still wide awake and staring into an...
Man! We could just do this. Like the scum we are, but I want to know what she has to say. Yeah. We haven't saved scummed very much in this game. We tried to a little bit with some very low checks, and like, we failed them miserably. It was very funny.
Officer.
Who? What?
A 7.
Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps.
Yeah?
She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
Your real name isn't Claus J. Amando.
I agree. You wouldn't give us your real name, not when people are after you.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
You admit to it.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
You're probably not even Miss Aranye 37, are you?
I am.
Oh.
They can never take my sash and my scepter from me.
Never mind then.
Yes, they can. For lying.
Got him, drama. Tell me your real name. Wait, was the passport bullshit too? The passport you keep hidden?
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Clausia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smith.
If you fail that drama check, all of your stats start lying to you to get you to simp for her because they're all in love. Oh no. Except encyclopedia.
Falsified documents?
Passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name, Maya Smith, to hurt me.
Why would they do that?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
Huh.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music infused alcoholism. It also makes Clausia almost an alacronym for Katarzyna Alazia.
Ha! That's cute. Wait, Clausia is an abbreviation of Katarzyna Alazia?
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Clausia?
Who gave it to you?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
Huh. Finally we meet. I'll keep calling you Claudia. I'll just call you Miss Aranye Disco Dancer. That's funny. I don't know which one to pick, but I'm feeling spicy, so we'll do this
You
one.
can call me whatever you want.
Where is this buoy?
West of the boardwalk. In the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
West of the boardwalk and the reeds, we have to check this buoy out.
The lieutenant makes a note of it.
You're welcome to it. It's in the reeds northwest of here, past a broken sewage pipe, right near the waterline.
Enough.
She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did.
Oh.
What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies.
Okay, I think she did it.
There
No,
was an
wait,
older
I
woman
don't.
on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergency's desk.
No, I don't think she did it. I lied.
Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
What time did you make the call?
Thursday night. It was late, sometime after 12.
It checks out.
Anyone could know the number, and that somebody coughed. It means nothing.
But I know the time of the call, too. I know I have not been 100% truthful with you, officers. But I am now.
Does this just straight up arrest her? Because I don't want to arrest her. If this is actually a what if, though, that would be funny.
But I haven't done anything. Anything illegal.
Uh-huh.
She purposefully misrepresented information crucial to the case. Fucking mind games. Enough. That's right, gang. Stern and merciless now. Stern and merciless as we reel her in.
You misrepresented information about the case. Without the Hardy's confession, we'd know nothing. You're a suspect in a murder investigation. You're a flight risk. That's all the reason I need. Industrial espionage. We uphold international law in the zone of control. That's stupid. You're not playing these mind games with me anymore. You're coming in. I think the first one?
The lieutenant produces a pair of handcuffs.
Wait, I don't actually want to arrest her, though.
Please, no. I think I know who did it. Who shot Lely. I can tell you. I can help you.
She knows something.
What do you know? Who shot him?
She's silent for a second, as if looking into herself for certainty. Then, in a hushed voice, she says,
Ruby.
And why do you think it was her?
She has this thing for me. Ever since I met her and the boys downstairs. She's been pretty frank about what she wants.
And what is that?
Sex. And more. I made the mistake of confiding in her. I told her I was on the run. She started protecting me. It became an unhealthy relationship. When I started spending time with Lely, she told me to end it. Said there would be shit if I didn't. It was not a good meeting. We stopped talking after that, but...
I don't understand. What exactly in your relationship made you think she is romantically interested in you?
Kim, if we've learned one thing about Miss Clausje, it's that she will describe it in great detail. Is that what you want?
She said she's in love with me. She even asked me to run away with her when I told her I'm a fugitive. She started developing notions about our relationship.
And you led her on?
A little. I was flattered, you know? But then I had to let her off, and it was not easy. I came to regret being friendly with her. We maybe kissed, nothing more.
I don't know what to make of this.
I know what this sounds like. That's why I didn't want to tell you before. But she knew what had happened when I came downstairs. Somehow, she knew Lely was dead. She wasn't surprised at all. When we came up here, she was calm as a stone, too. She cleaned it all up like she had a plan.
This is a familiar theory. You had it too, remember? Could it be that Ruby was covering up after herself? The lynching?
And how would she have killed him?
You've been through there, right? I saw you come out. It leads downstairs.
Wait, you knew?
She could have come to the roof through that, then made the shot right here, where I stand. It was dark outside. I
That's
wouldn't have seen her.
suspicious.
then slipped back downstairs without anyone noticing. That is possible.
Why is it so loud?
Interesting theory. Did she know that door exists? Had you been out there with her?
Yes, of course. She's been up here many times, jacking private stations off the ring antenna. She used to come here to drink on the roof with me, before it got weird.
Just a second. Okay.
She came over one night, drunk, said she'd turn my life into a living hell. I've been threatened before, so I can tell when someone knows how to do it.
Okay.
And she's a pro. She must be. To keep the Hardys in line. I tried severing ties with her after that. I thought it had worked, but...
Some of that fear is still with her. She exhales sharply. What are you talking about? She's afraid you'll arrest her.
Okay, that's it for Ruby, I guess.
Okay. And what? Arrest the liar now.
I don't really want to arrest her. Does anybody else want to arrest her? Like, I don't see any reason to. What do y'all think? No to arrest. Okay. Also no to arrest. Alright. Back off completely.
Thank you. Thank you. You won't regret it.
Something tells you, you will.
Interesting. Let's talk about you and Ruby again? No, that's just gonna show us the thing. Let's change the subject.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
Alright, I guess we go find Ruby, right? Does that seem like the play? I mean, that's our primary suspect right now. I don't really see any other way to proceed. I'm actually low-key considering the fact that it might just, like, not at all be Ruby. I mean, we have so many pieces on the board, you know what I mean? Like, evidences, I guess, and they are all over the place. Like the strike, the woman who came from the coast to talk to us about, I guess, the scabs and are trying to make a deal with the strike workers, right? And that one dude who seems kind of like iffy, strike leader, right? And then there's also a missing woman. Like, don't forget, there's also a missing woman from the, she ran for also to be president of the union, but like disappeared. And another dude is missing. Like, it could be Ruby, but I mean, it could just as easily be a completely different person. And the dude had enemies. Okay. So what do we actually have left to do? We're almost leveled up. Inspect the buoy, ask about Ruby, pick up dice, but we have to wait 8 hours. Determine where the shot came from. Oh yeah, the signatures. I don't know if I want to do that for what's his face, Everard. We hate Everard. So in theory, we could go this way. I don't think I've been that way yet. Huh. Cheers. Hydrate if you haven't. Maybe I haven't been that way because I can't go that way. I think I'm actually here. That looks like where I am. How far does this go? What is this?
A couple of indicator lights are missing from this control panel. Loose wires dangle from the now vacant holes. In the middle is a lever. Beneath it, a small metal plaque. This panel usually closes the water lock, turning it into a bridge that lets you cross the canal. But there's a crashed salmon and butter sign in the way. Pulling the lever probably won't do anything. Could this be why Morel hasn't returned to Lena? You pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. A cold gust of wind. A spring brings the lever back to its original position. You still need to close the water lock to get across the canal. Some other way. Isn't there a sign over there saying functionality will be restored on Wednesday morning?
The coast is closed off. This may be why Lena's husband Morel, the cryptozoologist, hasn't returned.
Looks like it, yes. We should probably go tell Lena.
She was quite worried. Pull the lever all the way up until the metal clicks. Nothing happens. A spring brings the lever. Wasn't there a...
Alright. I guess we have to wait until Wednesday. Today is Tuesday. There's still more to do. We have to go talk to the dude in the balcony guy. Revachol, Aranye, and Clausier. There's your pronunciation guide. Not a good spelling guide, though. Oh yeah, this was the guy who owns the pawn shop. This is where we got our sweet, sweet boombox. We love that thing. Where else should we go? It's been rainy since 11, but now it just started pouring. Oh, that's so nice. I haven't had rain in forever. It seems. I guess we read a book to pass the time? Like, I really don't know what else to do. We have to wait till the bridge is lowered, right? I mean, we have to talk to
front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover.
There was a murder in this chat. Investigate it. I see a bomb. I see more bombs. Why antlers?
Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism. They represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it.
Why Friesel?
Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. It's satire, you see.
Flip through the pages.
To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections. International developments,
I lay down and be dead
Kunst
now.
und Kultur, and local concerns.
Huh?
Just inside the cover, there's also an editor's note.
Read the editor's note.
Comrade, as you know, this journal takes its name from Mazov's immortal expression, du cristal à la fumée. This was his way of describing the way the rigid, crystalline structures of capitalist ideology turn to smoke under communism. But, like the structures of capitalist ideology, we too are at risk of going à la fumée. Unlike many publications which are content to spoon-feed their readers reassuring drivel, La Fumée is committed to telling the radical truth, even when that truth may drive away potential subscribers.
Uh-huh. Only 4 issues in and it sounds like they've already alienated their readership.
So please, if you value our radical Mazovian perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs, please consider subscribing today. Yours in struggle, the editors.
Whisper, Kim, I think this is a communist magazine.
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling the thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I don't know. I don't want to read a book. Huh. I think you can also sit on a bench. Because we need to wait till 11 to get to that guy's house. But that's definitely a thing we have to do, right? There's a buoy west of the boardwalk on the coast. Smoke around the balcony. Visit apartment number 28 sometime after 2100. So it's almost 1900. Cool, cool. This is the boardwalk, right? I guess we could investigate this. That's right, we were gonna investigate where the sniper was. Except there is no sniper, right? It was probably Ruby. Whoa, this chick is gone. Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there. Joyce says the note on the post. Joyce says the note on the post. So we can't talk to Joyce, I guess. Is that the smoker again?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Is that bed in the coal room yours?
Ooh. Not only have you found my address, you've discovered my biggest secret. I'm a coal miner.
Cindy is 100% Kuno's mom, right?
She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal.
Don't you have a real home?
Does anyone in a city like this?
Cool, I have other questions.
Shoot, Piggy. It's
I need
what
some-
you do, isn't it?
I need some paint and your brush.
What for?
You're doing a renovation. It's boring but necessary. No, for my motorcade. The apocalypse is coming. I need to warn people. For art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art. But what kind of art are we talking about?
Grand art. Art deluxe. The artsiest. The most groundbreaking. The...
Let me stop you right there, Piggy. You have no idea, do you? No idea. No brush? Fuck off.
You'll see. You will all see and tremble.
Yeah. Not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck. Everything, really.
Aww.
Can't you tell? I'm painting a beautiful mural, an aereo graffitio visible from low orbit. I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
So you don't know what to write?
Have you ever tried your hand at graffitio? When faced with a blank wall, most people write unimaginative stuff, like pigs go home and Mona was here. We rarely see pigs round here, though. Just union cabs. And my name's not Mona, so...
Why are you so committed to defacing the building?
This place is severely lacking in havoc. Not even the occasional trash can fire to break up the tedium. I thought I'd mix it up, you know. Summon the forces of crime and social chaos with a wall-sized invitation.
I have an opinion on this. Want to hear it?
Yeah?
Actually, I don't have an opinion. I lied. I love public art. Don't mind us. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks. I'm sure the inspiration will come to me now that I have an official RCM stamp of approval.
She means the opposite.
This is a red check. It cannot be retried. I'll save, but I won't save scum. I just
Hello
don't want
again,
to lose the check.
officers. Have you come?
I'm gonna paint a self-portrait, but sort of, you know, from the inside to show people what it's like.
That's pretty fucked up. Even for you, piggo.
Okay, I won't do that. Please just give me some paint and a brush. I need to do some art.
You're a real sad sack. You know that? Go ahead then. Art it up. Just try.
I don't want to lose that, but like, at the same time, this is pretty funny.
Not to hurt yourself. And no self-portraits.
Thanks, Cindy.
Oh, but I'm all out of fuel oil.
You know what you should be able to find in your government-issued vehicle? Red-dyed heavy fuel oil.
Can't I just use paint?
Are you kidding me? Fuel oil is so much cooler. No way you're disfiguring that beautiful wall with something as pedestrian as ordinary paint.
Kim, my friend, would you be willing to sacrifice some of your fuel oil for art?
My fuel oil is for my kinema. Use your own fuel if you are unable to contain your artistic impulses, but please, leave my kinema out of it.
Catch you later, Cindy. Damn, Cam, that's cold. 1905. I need to wait till, what, 2100 it said? And I can't really check the coast. Unless, did I like completely misunderstand where the coast is? I love how I have a map now. That's the boardwalk, right? Am I like crazy? Is this the boardwalk? Oh yeah, this is the boardwalk actually. And this is probably the coast. So, it has such strange, like this is the Martinez waterfront. It's like, yeah, okay, fine. But like, and that's the church. It's like, isn't there another name for this thing? I guess, I don't know. Maybe I'm just surprised. Like, church isn't exactly what I would consider like a big place. You know, it's like one building. I wonder if Kim has anything interesting to say.
Yes? What about me?
You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Just observing.
I guess you don't need glasses, then.
Wow, Kim, you got me good. Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have conversations with, like, your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary.
So you're saying your brain never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything?
I can't say that it does, no. When I need to think, I just use my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his familiar mnemotechnique A6 and idly thumbs through a few pages. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
Oh, okay.
The lieutenant nods.
That's all.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just an
You
observation.
have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
I think you should know that I can't remember anything.
No response. He's having trouble processing it. Believe it. A moment passes.
I'm not sure what to do with Kim. I could sign the fake signatures, right? Like, that's a thing I could do. I love how I discovered a secret passageway and there was almost nothing interesting in it. I mean, the secret passageway itself was interesting, but inside the secret passageway was like some old pinball machines, and I guess those are fun, but like, they weren't exactly like interesting, you know?
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
Your water lock on the canal is broken, so your husband's probably just stuck on the other side of the coast.
Oh my. What happened to the water lock?
Probably just some technical problem.
Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband.
The quest for knowledge is never over.
That's right, Encyclopedia.
And if you see him, let him know Lena is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired, and it's cold out there.
If I see him, I'll let him know you're here, when or if I get there.
Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie.
You don't notice this about me, but actually I've lost all memory of the world and myself, and I have no idea what I'm doing.
Surely things can't be that bad?
Things aren't bad, they're catastrophic.
You know where we are, right?
We're in Revachol.
That's right. In a hostel called the Whirling in Rags, to be precise.
Revachol is the disgraced capital of the world, something like that?
Yes. Great, see? We're getting somewhere. What else do you know about our city of splendor, tattered as she may be?
All I know is that Revachol used to be really cool in the 30s.
The new. Disco dancing. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Oh no. Sorry to hear it. Hey, consider this. Consider getting some smart home bulbs with Bluetooth and hooking them up to your Wi-Fi, and then having them changed color.
Much has changed, but it is still the most beautiful city in the world. A rare jewel set in the sand between the pines. Everyone says so, even foreigners. Speaking of history,
Only the yoga room gets the
you know
RGBs,
what
not the
year
kitchen.
it is, yes?
It's 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
This woman just sits in a wheelchair handing out pins to anybody who answers the questions she asks.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you then.
What a kind old woman.
Now she relaxes her shoulders.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
She's a dystopian sphinx. Radio's been used to control people's minds. We're living under the cop regime. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. We're living under the cop regime.
Actually, we are not. You could say that about almost any other nation, but not Revachol. Try it one more time, officer. What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe?
No, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Meaning, buying is voting.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't really any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Oh my god, she's so sweet.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
How did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality, in a word. It's very odd.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a police officer.
Damn, Kim.
Of course. Then, I don't know, someone rich maybe. Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Oh, I know where.
But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while.
What a nice old lady. Delivering pins and such. Alright. Where next? The light is too cold. And blue. You don't like blue? How about this? I have 3 modes. Warm, cold, and neutral. And that last one was, or the one I swapped to was cold. It was cold. It was cold. So cold. This is the woman who I convinced is missing her husband. Like her husband is just missing. Edward's broken window. Tibbs has windows. How do I sit on a bench? X? No? I thought sitting on a bench was something I could do. Oh, it is. Here's a bench. I just can't sit on those benches. Okay.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
Kim, I don't know what to do next. We're only like an hour and a half away from whatever. I think everything I need to do next is in the fishing village, right? Like I guess I could buy a book.
A small mountain of colorful board game books.
I don't want to buy board games. I think there was a book up here I could buy.
Shelves full of...
A true cultural...
Was that the cheapest book ever?
The Greatest Innocence. By browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain.
We can't go to the fishing village until the next day when the bridge is down.
Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
Sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
That's so? Alright, go on. Give me all the hints you got.
A pop quiz is a short examination designed to test your knowledge without any prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first innocence. Thanks for nothing. Dolores Day. Dolores.
Dolores Day?
Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern, she was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this. Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
The Paracarnassian?
Correct. Nothing much is known about him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed his disciples were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence? Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Sure, try again. I trust you've got my back.
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world. A literal personification of history.
Encyclopedia is worthless.
Traditionally, an
That's
innocence,
the joke, but
when anointed, assumes
it hurts.
supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least the parts that matter.
But I thought you'd give me the answer to the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
Nope, need a name.
Damn, Dolores.
Why do you keep saying Dolores? Dolores Day?
Incorrect again. While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the Innocentic system itself, and somehow keeps popping up in your mind, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would
This
you like
is
to try
weird,
again?
right? Okay, let's try Vesper Messina.
Incorrect. Vespa Messina is not a person, but a defunct state on the southeastern coast of the Occident. It used to take up most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vespa
Only one
and
option
Messina.
left, Franco
Care to try
Negro.
again? Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter Isolari Real, as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation.
I have so much trouble determining whether or not this is in the future or if it's like a side thing, like a parallel thing.
Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence? Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one. It's widespread historical information.
You gonna be helpful this time? I could use a hint.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Periconaucian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members.
Sigh heavily out loud.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
Dolores?
No, stop thinking it. I said it wasn't her. She was true.
Erno Pasternak?
Correct. There have been a number of counter or false innocences. Some assumed to have innocentic qualities. Some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important
was it Dolores
of them all.
Day?
The most precious to humankind. I've got it, honest.
Okay, are you sure this time? I'll bite. Hint me.
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
You're absolutely certain of this?
0 doubts.
Franco Negro.
Incorrect. While Franco Negro built concrete churches and cathedrals, and while many people, especially the Mesk, consider him a father figure, due to his militarism and nationalism, João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego argues differently. Another choice, perhaps? Oh yes, militarism and nationalism. My bad. Yes, obviously.
Dolores Day?
Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century, there's been a great shift in attitude. Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world. Everything from inter-esolary travel to the connected world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions can be traced back to her. Every decade that passes, she seems less human somehow.
Why
and
trust
more
the
beautiful.
encyclopedia on matters of connotation when it is only there to know facts?
Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get a D. Not particularly remarkable, but technically a passing grade. Not that anyone really expected better.
Hey, now you get graded.
You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit.
Damn you, you arrogant book.
What's going on with you?
Thinks it's so smart, goddamn.
Okay. You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Can I interact with the book?
The greatest innocence. Browsing through your
like,
educational
pick all the
survey
right-
is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time.
I can
Let's
definitely
see.
do better this
it
time.
seems rough. Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
This one.
Correct. As the first question
And then-
easy, everybody knows the answer to this. You.
Franco Negro.
Correct. Franco Negro attempted. Questions
And
got
then
it under control.
The
No
false
problem.
innocence was air now.
Solid. Correct. The most famous and important
And
final
then
I've got it.
Dolores.
Correct. Everything from Inter Isole, Congrat and A. All correct. Impressive. Oddly so. You really navigated some treacherous waters here. Well done.
Got you this time. Not so smart anymore, are you?
The lieutenant is doing his best to ignore your behavior. Yeah, sure. It's so much easier once you know the answers, right?
The greatest innocence is telling me that. Oh, the book is. Interesting. It is now past 2100, so we can now go to that man's house. That was interesting. Also, encyclopedia, most worthless of the things. It knows you retook the test. It sure does. Imagine how embarrassing it would have been if I had retaken the test and gotten some of them wrong. Which could have happened. Okay. Nothing new in my thought cabinet, but my date of birth generator's almost there. I would have save scummed for that. I wouldn't have, obviously. That seems so inconsequential. So much of this game feels like the journey really is the reward. Like, nobody actually cares who murdered Lily. There was no option to read the info. Straight up, like, you crack open the tome and it just explains to you that you read it. I suppose there's a world where, like, you go explore enough and eventually you happen upon the answers. Maybe. But I feel like that's how the information was always meant to be presented. Whose door was it? This is the bathroom. Oh, right. This is the balcony. So it's a guessing game? I thought some of the dialogue in other scenes talked about other places. It's also, I don't know, maybe. I don't really skip dialogue in this game, believe it or not. The voice acting is so good I don't want to. Also, I'm pretty sure the game is dialogue. Like, skipping dialogue would be akin to, like, just skipping to the end.
Gendarmerie.
I skipped dialogue in the stuff I already read. The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds.
We found a key hidden under a stone. Was it yours?
It was mine. My friends use it from time to time to visit me. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
That's what I'm aiming for, yes.
Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Oh. Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions. Wait, no. Casual. Point to the city skyline. I'm really digging it, the view here.
Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place. Martinez is special, isn't it?
Wait.
Sure.
Suddenly you are digging things?
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark, and the neighboring windows have lit up, one by one. Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush.
Besides, I've got to run.
Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
But I just found you again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going to stay in on a night like this?
Only if you promise we'll talk again. It's important.
Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth as you're saying those words.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
Interesting. Interview the Sunday friend.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
He's always leaving. Why is he always leaving, Kim?
Who knows, detective? It's a mystery.
There's something so different about him that I just can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His shirt. His shirt.
He's trying to dive deep into the mysteries of his shirt.
His shirt? No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned.
He's barely holding it together. It's all he can do to keep from bursting out in laughter.
Don't laugh at me, Kim.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Alright, let's interview a witness. I hope it's Ruby. Actually, I hope it's somebody completely new. We'll find Ruby tomorrow. Quarterly business magazine. An empty ashtray. Empty? That's kind of surprising, right? I guess he cleaned up. Dishes soaked up in a pot. Flyers for underground parties. Dates for open lectures at a local university. Open lectures at a local university. An exquisite canopy made of metal. Someone is always watching. An old photo of the same apartment dated year 01. Oh, yeah, take shirt. Party Dragon's silk robe. I love this character. Anna has a cool hat. Alright. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspaper.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man who knows the importance of appearances.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé.
Okay.
I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Sure. Point of the bed. Before we go, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Oh, yes. My friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfortable. That's really all I can tell you about it.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
I hate that I only get to ask him one thing. I wanted to ask Kim more about the mysterious man, and I wanted to ask this dude more information about the room around me. You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Finally, someone who witnessed the lynching.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Start from the beginning if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting a scene.
I love it.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening.
Okay.
I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Thank you, sir. I think we've got the picture. Anything else stand out?
Only that there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well-deserved.
What's an official like you doing in the Martinez?
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but why are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
So you're some kind of bureaucrat?
Yes. As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Intern.
Wait, there isn't actually an Institute of Price Stability, is there? Or maybe there is. God, it's impossible to understand whether someone from the Moral Intern is joking or not.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Sure, give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the Moral Intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about this Moral Intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
So what I'm hearing is that we're Moral Intern bitches.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the Moral Intern.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
Lieutenant, are you a moralist?
Me?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard, but only for a moment. He quickly recomposes himself.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol.
A very moralist answer.
A very I don't want to tell you answer. Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Huh. Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
Achievement unlocked. Biggest communism builder.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
We just haven't tried real communism yet.
Ah, yes. The unattainable ideal. Never settle for less. Good luck with that, my friend.
Thanks.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Tell me about Sur la Clef.
What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of EPIS.
This man has told me very, very little about the murder. I don't know if anybody else has noticed, but like, we got the bare minimum stuff we already knew about the murder, and it's basically just a lore dump.
Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes.
Darling? That can't be an official designation.
What makes Revachol Sur la Clé's darling?
Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Its language, its people, its cuisine even. Or at least in the downtown La Delta area.
Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur la Clé's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes.
Enough business. Let's talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
What if I told you there's a fugitive from the moral intern in Martinez?
A fugitive?
Hypothetically speaking, you might add.
Hypothetically speaking.
Well, I would say that is very bad indeed. Not super. What sort of a fugitive are we talking about here?
I'm pretty sure I saw them litter. No, corporate espionage type stuff.
That is extremely serious. Corporate espionage may technically be legal in Revachol, but elsewhere it's a very high-level offense. It violates a number of international agreements, in particular the First La Charte Accord.
I would be into a 24-hour IKEA.
This fugitive must be turned over to the ICP immediately. Have you apprehended them already?
A moment, if you don't mind, sir. You do realize what you're doing, don't you?
Oh, shit. Claude could get in real trouble if I tell him about her, huh?
Very real trouble. I won't tell you how to do your job, but remember, this is an RCM matter. Make sure you weigh your next words carefully.
When you turn back, the man is looking at you, expectantly.
I meant that as a hypothetical. I don't actually know about any corporate espionage. Pin it on someone else.
Now's your chance, sire. Which of your enemies would you most like to make trouble for?
Ah, I love it. The racist lorry driver. Gart working in the Whirling in Rags. Everard Clare. Actually, I do hate him. It's Everard Clare, the head of the Dockworkers Union.
Everard Clare? Surely you're mistaken.
What do you mean? Have you met Everard?
I have. The only thing Everard is a fugitive from is the exercise machine.
Hilarious, but no.
Besides, in certain less advanced nations, the moral intern may defer to local custom.
Customs? Like blatant systematic corruption?
That's what I'm thinking.
I'll make note of your claims in my report, but I'm sorry to say it's likely to end up in the back of the filing cabinet somewhere in Mirova, unread and forgotten.
That's a shame.
Yes, it rather is. As much as I am a true believer in international institutions, there are times when even I grow frustrated with the bureaucracy. Well, no matter. I should thank you for bringing this to our attention. Your efforts have been noted. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
What's Kedra?
Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. But, between you and me, their potential membership is a more contentious issue.
What do you mean?
That it's never going to happen. They entered negotiations in 21, and it's been pending ever since.
That doesn't tell me anything about Kedra. Is it warm there? Cold? Something in between?
It's warm. It's also known for its mandarin trees and dust storms from Supramundi. Kedra's an emerging market, but it still has a long way to go. Maybe that's why my friend's ménage decided to immigrate.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
So wait, he's saying that circumstances put individuals in situations that are completely outside of their control and therefore friendships emerge? That's such a dumb take. Alright. You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him?
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you could tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts?
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
As though you weren't envious enough of the boy as is.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
What view? It's dark outside.
Listen.
The baby is crying in the neighboring apartment.
Someone's baby is crying.
No, listen. The Insulindian Bay.
What about it?
This place used to be a luxury accommodation before the revolution. Apartments, of course, were much bigger then. A few walls have been added here and there, leaving some of the tenants without a private bathroom or a kitchen. But the million real view stays. You can't take that away.
I was asking about your friend.
My friend comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's a busy bee.
A busy bee? What an odd choice of words.
I had something else in mind.
I'm all ears, officer.
I guess that's it. Thanks, I've got all I need.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Hold on, why can't we talk later?
It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. And I'm pressed for time. After you leave, I should be leaving as well.
That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night.
Thanks for spelling it out for me, Logic. I'm not going anywhere, I just want to take a look around this apartment. Thanks for the heads up, but my work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
I mean, we did everything, right? What's up, Kim?
Yes?
Nothing. Alright. Good talk. Why don't I even come here? Oh my goodness. I do really love this, like, faux French accent they've come up with. Not quite English, not quite French. Not really anything. I feel like Tolkien would be very pleased with the number of proper names they have that are completely fake. That you only hear like once and then never again. Ah yes, tell me more about Cleha, or Cleha, or wherever. Talking to that guy is like a flashback to discussions in poli-sci classes that made me realize how much I hated politics. What's interesting is he didn't really tell us anything, right? Like it was just another chance for us to turn Klaus in. What is Cleha? Oh, it's a place. Thanks. I saw the murder. There were somewhere between 8 and 10 men. It was quiet. They hung him. Like, thanks. Good stuff. Find government marked heavy fuel oil. Look at all my new clothes, though. I've got this. And it's +1 drama, +1 electrochemistry. This is +1 logic and -1 suggestion. I need more volition. I think we have to go to the balcony and do an end of night wrap up. Except I haven't paid for my room yet, and I don't think I can. Uh-oh. I hope Kim has a solution. Which is politics in a nutshell. I mean, I guess so. Can't put more points in the skill. Drugs raise learning caps, but they're bad for your health. Interesting. Ooh. Can I do the thing? No, I can't.
Can I help you?
About my bill for tonight.
Got the 20 real?
Do I really have to pay you again?
The breath catches in his chest. The light in his eyes snuffs out all at once. After a moment, he speaks.
Do you have money tonight?
Yes I do.
Then you really don't need a free room, do you?
Here comes a layup, sire. Fall not for it.
But you know what? You're in luck, because you don't have to ever pay me again.
Wait, really?
Really?
You're fucking with me, aren't you?
Not at all, officer. It's true. You don't have to pay me anything. You don't have to give me any money at all. If you want a room, yes, you'll need to pay me, but you don't have to just give me money. Giving me money for a room is your choice.
Wait, I still don't understand. Do I get a free room or not?
No, you can choose to give me 20 real for a room, or you can choose not to. I don't care what you decide.
This isn't a choice. I have nowhere to go.
You want a free place to sleep? Fine. You've already unlocked your new room. The trash container outside is ready and waiting.
The lieutenant is painfully silent.
You want me to sleep in the trash outside?
I don't care what you do. Sleep in the trash or pay for a room. I don't care anymore.
Fuck you, Gart. Seriously, fuck you.
He looks you in the eye. There is silence in the space between you.
I don't make the rules. Pay 20 real or sleep in the trash container. It's not up to me. Now, is there anything you wanted?
Kim just did not say
Yes.
anything. Posture check. Good call. I wonder if there's anything else we can
Can I help you?
get.
Got the 20 real?
Not
Then
yet.
why are you wasting my time and yours?
I don't know. I have no money. How do we find more money? I guess that plastic bag's looking pretty good. Oh wait, I can sell stuff, right? I think that's a thing I can do. I think the pawn shop owner buys stuff from me. Be a landlord like Guard. Get free money. Gart is not a landlord. He's the manager of every single one of the hotels in the area, including the Whirling and Rags, which is arguably his least favorite one. The only reason he's working at this Whirling and Rags area, and remember, he's only like 20-something, like 23, I think is what they told me he was. The only reason he's working at the Whirling and Rags tonight is because the woman was scared away by me because I wrecked the place, including breaking the bird that he's trying to fix. He hates me, but it's okay, I hate him too. Which is the reason that I had the option to, I guess, get him arrested. Which is very funny. But apparently I couldn't arrest Everard Clare, which is a bummer. somewhere, someone does own the Whirling and Rags. It's just not in guard. I don't know who it is. I have a sneaking suspicion it's Everard Clare. Is this a trash can? Yeah, fingerless gloves. What's this? Scribbled between the thighs of a page 3 girl. L'origine du disco. What does that do for me? Thanks. Hydrate. Cheers. Don't be afraid to say weird things. People are more forgiving of people in power, like police officers. Hello, sir. I have to sell you stuff to afford a room for tonight.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop. What can I do for you?
I love this voice actor, by the way.
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Sorry, I feel like I'm interrupting you.
Oh no, not at all. I guess I haven't had many customers lately. RCM or otherwise.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap up in about 40 minutes. But have a good night, Ibs.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake. People who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from.
Quite the collection indeed.
It keeps me entertained.
He's well composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Something I'd like to sell.
Let me have a look.
I'll check my pockets. Access your pawn menu.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Postcard. Sure. This is the monkey pen. A pen with a green ape head on one end. The ape has closed its eyes, a kind expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. Postcard, Boogie Street. Postcard, La Delta 51. Dock worker shift card. Oh, yeah, I used this already. How much is this antique gun worth? Only $3.90? Why is rent so expensive in this game?
Another time, perhaps.
Alright, well, I guess I can afford to pay Gart now. What a dick. Can't believe it. I can't believe he's gonna take 20 real from me. I won't have enough money to pay for those dice I commissioned. Damn it. Confiscate the dice as evidence. I don't want to be mean to the dice maker. She's just trying to run a business, even if her dice are expensive and apparently 7 real. You know what else they are though? Cursed, which is dope. Now we get all 3 of the legendary birds, even if I have to be Articuno. Alright, Gart, I've got your fucking money.
And I helped got the 20 real. Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Yes?
He just left. Well, I guess I sleep
The
now.
bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
Day 3.
The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. But this suffering, it must have some kind of meaning. A story that will come out of it. Perhaps even a story that you will write yourself.
These are my just desserts. I'll endure this pain with dignity. I thought I was on the express to the silence. I'm an artist and my liver damage is art. I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Makers.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
Just get me out of here then. Back to the other place.
Oh, baby boy, you're already in the other place. There's no nourishment for you tonight. Maybe tomorrow.
Maybe if you know, like, took a lot of drugs before you go to sleep, that'd do the trick.
Interesting.
Maybe if you cracked the damn thing, then you'd feel satisfied and tired, holding the picture puzzle in your hands, complete. Maybe if you weren't so hard on yourself.
Aw, empathy.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts! You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Put on your prettiest face for the masses.
That was weird. I guess that's day 3, right? We could just go ahead and end it there and start the day fresh. Tomorrow, if anybody's into that. We'd be ending just like a little bit early, but only 30 minutes, and this seems like as good a break point as any. Yeah? Yeah. Kuno wouldn't end the stream. That's funny. Kuno would never end the stream. Kuno would do a 24-hour straight Disco Elysium playthrough where he did nothing but drugs the entire time, in real life and in the game. That being said, let me see if anybody else is streaming, because I am not Kuno enough for that. Oh, we can reach Skello Daddy. I wonder what they're playing. You just need to find some meth IRL easy. You know what? I probably could have in high school, but now I don't know if I could. Have a great stream. Bye. Thanks. Have a good one, Madness. Alright. We're gonna end it there. So we'll raid Skello and say hi to them. If that's good with everybody. Bye. And we'll pick this up tomorrow at 7 p.m. EST. Right on time.